Hi again, everybody. This is Joseph, and today we're gonna just go over troubleshooting the lights in your car and a simplified schematic over here so that you understand the basic concept. And please subscribe to my channel if you find this helpful. Hopefully you will. I designated the following points, number 1 and number 2. So this refers to basically all the bulbs in your car, the front, the rear, the license plates, all, as you can see, all these. Let's say you come out to your car and all the lights do not work. Immediately you cannot suspect that all the lights are bad, obviously. The question is, how do we know if it's the fuse? How do we know if it's the switch? So we'll take it point by point. Now, you can chop up or divide the circuit. This is one circuit. This is another part of the circuit. We know from the battery is always 12 volts. We don't need engine cranking for this. What do we need? If you look at the switch, the only position that will complete the circuit is when it's in parking lights. This is the headlight switch. When you put it in this position. If you put it off, it's not connected to anything. If you put it on, it's also not connected. So when you put it on parking lights, that's the only one that will give us the 12 volts. So the 12 volts comes from this side. The 15 amp fuse. Again, 15 amps is about right how much current you would be drawing with the lights on. So therefore, 12 volts over here, and like I said, designated one over here would be also 12 volts if the fuse is intact. We come over here, current flows through the switch. What should we get at the other side? Well, we should get the same thing as here, 12 volts. We should not lose any volts. This is not a resistor. It's just a simple switch. So remember, through a fuse, through a switch, you do not have resistance, and you will not lose any voltage. So therefore, 12 volts over here, 12 volts over here. 12 volts over here tells me that if I go over here at number 2, all this is working as I designated over here. Let's take, if I will go to the connectors of any of these and unplug them, I would measure 12 volts if it's working properly. Our problem is all the lights are out. How do we troubleshoot? So first step, I would pick this spot over here, headlight switch, which are designated point 2, test point 2. Now, I wrote over here fuse, test point number 1, 0 volts. If the fuse is bad, I go at one side, it's 12 volts. I go at the other side of the fuse. If it's open, you get 0 volts. Therefore, we know the fuse is the problem. However, what are we going to do? We're going to put another fuse. Well, let's say there's a short to ground. Let's say there's a short from here to here. So I'm going to keep on putting fuses and blowing fuses? No. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my ohm meter from the other side of the fuse. What I mean the other side means the other side connected to the battery, not the same side, the other side. From here, I could put the positive of the ohm meter here and the other one to ground. I should not measure 0 ohms, 0.1 ohms, 0.2 ohms. If I do, I will blow another fuse. I'm looking for high resistance. So, number 1, fuse number 1 is open, I'll measure 0 volts. Let's take the second equation. The fuse is intact, 12 volts over here, then I measure 12 volts over here. Let's go to test point 2. I measure 0 volts over here. That tells me I am not connected to this point. Therefore, it has something to do with the switch, as I wrote over here. If test point 2 measures 0 volts, the switch is stuck maybe on off, maybe stuck on, but certainly not making contact to the park position. And this is intact. The fuse is intact. Simple circuit. So therefore, this should be a good troubleshooting. Please subscribe to my channel of Automotive Electronic Schematics by Joseph. Plenty of videos to watch over there. I'll be making more videos at the appropriate time. Thanks for watching.